Hello everybody, here we are. It's too much cold, so full protection. I have my quilt around me. Don't wanna take any risk because yeah, it is cold, a lot of cold. And of course, with that, I have the coat too. So here I am, and the thing is that this time I will be learning the things about Python and all. Let's see how that's gonna be going on. As for this quilt, it will be around me. Anyhow, I cannot just leave my quilt alone. Okay, and let's continue from here on. So first of all, let me open Chrome. Okay. And what I'll be doing over here, first of all, I will have the chats. Can I keep it? Can I keep everything here? I actually have to solve some of the questions here using oops and all, and then I'll be going ahead. Finally, my health is getting a little better day by day. That means I can come back on the previous track. I've been actually coding all the day previously, and then suddenly I fell sick. And then what happened? And then actually I got some work to do in between. And because of all those things, I just completely went out of track. But here I'm back again, and I'll be doing my best to get the things done in the best way possible. Anyway, how can I do it? This much should be fine. Okay, so there were some questions to solve, and these many I had completed them. Okay, let's go. Come on, yeah, still feeling cold. Come on. It should be like this, but okay, I have to type, so I need to keep my hands outside. If it were watching a movie or something, I would be just in that. So the next question is that create an abstract class employee with an abstract method calculate salary. That should be an abstract method. Create subclass intern, full-time employee, and contract employee that implement the method differently. They implement the method differently. Calculate salary. They implemented the method differently. What does that mean? First of all, I can create that abstraction concept. Okay, let's do that. Let's see how much I can do today. So Control S, VS Code, and as for the remaining things like server side rendering I was learning about, the remaining things are gonna be done. Fundamentals, practice, set. Okay, so here we are, and I had better just keep the things like this. Okay, create an abstract class employee. So class doesn't matter how, but your work should keep going on. Employee, that's it. That's the thing that matters the most. Employee calculate. There should be a first of all, this one is going to be abstract class. How can I make it an abstract class? That's again a thing to worry about, but that I should not worry about that anyway, because for this thing I need ABS, right? I did it a while ago, so I should be like a while ago in the sense 5 days ago or something. So I need to import something from ABS, and that is abstract module, ABS module. Import from ABS, import ABS, not ABS, ABC. How about getting ABC? That I think that is called ABC, abstract base class mode, something like that. ABC. Not getting that. Gonna take the help of my notes right now. Where did I create the notes? Software. Let's learn about like abstract classes. I can just directly search over here as well. Abstract classes in Python, something like that. It should be fine. Okay, let's learn it on the go. Come on here. Yeah, so that is it. I needed this ABC class, abstract class, and abstract method to create that particular method over there, and then this is how it should be done. So from ABC import ABC and abstract method. This is how it's gonna be. I had better way, I hope, but okay, never mind. So ABC is here. Once this thing is done, then I will be creating a method called calculate salary. So def calculate salary and return suppose 3000 for now. I will be calculating it later on. And at the rate abstract method. I hope this is right. I think this is how things have been mentioned. That's right. So this much I've done over here. I created it, and having said that, it will just return what? It will return something. Is this even fine or not? Once I created it. Normally it takes, suppose, self pass, and then I will be just getting the things done like it. So I'll be giving it self, and the remaining things are going to be just pass this much, and I'll create another class intern, full-time employee, and contract employee, and then I have to implement this method differently. Interesting. So class, let's just create intern, should be enough, and it will like extend employee class, and after that expected intended block. Okay, first of all it will have an object, like a constructor, and inside that constructor I am supposed to give self and just pass it. Any problem as such? No problem, but I will definitely get the error. By the way, when it comes to this constructor, so salary, am I feeling this much cold, or it is cold? Salary and bonus. Self dot salary is equal to salary, self dot bonus is equal to bonus. If I just try to get intern like this, give it a salary 5000, bonus is gonna be 500, and that's it. Let's try to run it. I hope it's gonna be alright. It's not gonna be alright anyway. It's simply saying that abstract class intern without implementation for abstract calculate salary. I need to have a calculate salary method inside this. That I knew for sure. So what I can do, def calculate salary, super calculate salary. I'm actually calling that method. That I don't need to do. What I need to do over here is simple return self dot salary plus self dot bonus, and print I dot calculate salary. I run it right now, and I'm getting 5500. Okay, so this much is done. Again, my hands are numb. They're getting cold. Too much cold. Can't really do anything, man. Even if I have my quilt around me, I'm still feeling cold. Okay, what is the next thing? Next question. By the way, let's give the same question to AI and let's see how it solves it. The same question I will be giving, so that I get to learn something new. Sometimes we have to do something anyhow, even if we don't feel like doing that. Okay. Create an abstract class employee with an abstract method calculate salary. Create subclasses intern, full-time employee, and contract employee. Implement calculate salary method differently. Let's see how the AI is gonna solve the things right now. So first of all, it created an abstract class. I didn't tell that you have to create in which language is this, by the way? Java. Abstract classes are created like this: protected employee string. What I'll be doing over here in Python, man. Here is the same idea. Okay, abstract method init self name string self dot name abstract method self dot float. Okay, then intern in. Okay, and I have the constructor gets name and stipend float. Super calling the constructor self dot stipend equal to this calculate salary is equal to float. Okay, simply return the stipend. Easy peasy. Full-time employee, it actually gets the bonus and all, so simply returning that. Contract employee, hourly rate. Okay, simple, easy peasy thing. Got that. Ultimately, overall same things are getting repeated, not a really big thing. What is the next one? Seventh question actually. That thing is going to be create a class person that allows a constructor to work with a name only, age plus name plus age, and name plus age plus address. As a direct constructor overloading, multiple constructors are not allowed. What the hell? Create a class person that allows a constructor to work with the name only, name plus age, and name plus age plus address. As a direct constructor overloading, multiple constructors are not allowed, but we have to use default parameters to stimulate constructor overloading. What? As a direct constructor overloading, multiple constructors are not allowed. That's right, in Python they are not allowed, but we have to use default parameters, okay, to simulate constructor overloading. Let's try this thing out. Let's simulate constructor overloading in Python, though that's not directly available. Like this feature is not like given. We have this feature like constructor overloading in Java, JavaScript, C++, and all. Class that's gonna be person like this. That's gonna be a constructor def init self. I will give it three things. First one is gonna be name, second one is gonna be age, third one is gonna be address. But the thing is that I'll be giving them some default value as well. What would be the benefit of it? The benefit is gonna be simple, that I will be able to use the constructor overloading. So self dot name is gonna be equals to name, self dot age is gonna be equals to age, and self dot address is gonna be equals to address. First of all, let's change it, address, something like this. So this is done, and the thing is that right now, one more thing, def get info, something like this. Again, it will take self, it's not gonna be a static method, and return a string and that's gonna contain self dot name, self dot age, self dot address. This much. Now P1 is gonna be equals to person, and name is gonna be A, age is gonna be name is gonna be name1, age is gonna be 20, address is gonna be A B C D. P1 dot get info. Let's try to run it. And what am I getting? Run it again. I'm not getting anything. I need to print that anyway. So let's simply print it instead of returning it from here. Print, and as simple as that. Let's run it again. and here I'm getting this. What is the next thing is that I'm just going to give it a name in 20. Right, again it's running. I will just give it name and run it again. It's working fine. And what I want this time, create a class person that allows the constructor to work with name only, name plus age plus address. As direct constructor overloading, multiple constructors are not allowed in Python, but we have to use the default parameters to stimulate a constructor overloading. Let's see, I will solve it from my end. No audio detected. I'm not even able to speak properly. Python does not support multiple constructors, so a single entry with default values can mimic a constructor overloading. So yeah, so it's like age is int, that's equals to none right now, address is none, so everything is none. Or you can just give it the empty string and then you can just mimic the property. And that's what I did actually. I did exactly the same thing. Great job. Okay, what else can I do over here? Next question, let's solve with that. I have two more questions. No, three more questions. Okay, create a class player with a class variable player count, instance variable name, and label. Okay, track how many players were created. Wow. The thing is that player count is actually going to be the class variable, and instance variables are gonna be name and label. Let's do that. Even that's gonna be, what the hell? It's still recording or what? Okay, let's get rid of this. I have to create come on, first of all, code I'm saying, get rid of. Make sure you are not getting attacked by winter. Okay, now let's go ahead, continue. So I have to create a class called player. Okay, first of all, making sure that you are safe, that is the most important thing, and then I can continue. So class is going to be player count is gonna, this is the class variable and that's gonna be 0 by default. And then I'm gonna be, okay, a constructor I need, give init, it will take self, it will take a name, it will take a label, whatever, that doesn't really matter. Self dot name is gonna be equals to name, and self dot label is gonna be equals to label. What is the next thing that can be done? I have done this much. Track how many players were created. So I can have a class actually, that's gonna be a class method. I can make it instance method as well, that's not a big problem. So that can actually be an instance method. So def players player count, not player count, rather players count, and that's gonna be like this. First of all, this is gonna be taking self and print total number of players, and that's gonna be equals to self, not self player, because that's a class attribute, player dot player count, as simple as that. So this thing is done. And having said that, this is the instance method right now. I can make it the class method. Let's do that. So at the rate class method, this is the decorator that I'm using. If I do that, so I'll have to use CLS over here. Then I'll have to provide CLS here as well. I should be fine. And once this thing is done, then let's create the players right now. So player number 1 is going to be player, and it will take name player 1, label 1, similarly player 2, and label 2. Okay, by the way, any player, suppose I have player 2, it can access the player count. Just a sec. What is the name of it? Players count, not player. Well, let's create count players. Count players, something like this. Let's call that method count players, and let's see what it returns. It should be returning 2, by the way. Got the error. The error is that can only concatenate string, not int. Sorry. What can I do over here? How about just making it like this? Okay, I'm getting 0. Congratulations. Question is, whenever a new player is being created, you are not adding it to player count. Okay, that's right. So I can say that player that I have dot count player count equals to 1, something like this. That's right again, and I'm getting 2 over here. That means that is working fine. Let's take the help of AI. Taking the help? Let's see how AI does the same thing. Create a class player with a class variable player count, instance variables name and label. Track how many players were created. Okay, should be fine. I mean, should do the job. To do player count instance, simply adding it over here just the way I did, and yeah, getting the things done this way. Okay, pretty much great. That means I'm on the right track. Last 2 questions are here. Where are you from? I'm from MP, Madhya Pradesh. What about you? Basanta. I have one of my uncles with this name. Anyway. Okay, create the following classes: herbivore, carnivore, omnivore, with some attributes and methods. Then create a class bear that inherits from all the above classes to showcase how multiple inheritance works. Easy. But what is it? And then I have a mini project. Wow, at last. So let's even do that, and then I'll be getting the remaining thing done. Excuse me for this. There's actually a lot of cold, and because of that thing, I'm just making sure that I'm safe, so that I can keep coding. Just recently, 2 days ago, I fell sick. I had a severe cold, so just making sure that I'm safe over here. Safe from the cold. I'm from Nepal. Wow, that's great. Good to see you here, mister. How are you? That's not that far. That is far from Madhya Pradesh, but it's not like Madhya Pradesh is really far from Nepal. Of course, Nepal is India's neighbor country, and Madhya Pradesh is just nearby, like nearby state, I must say, from the country Nepal. Good to see you here. What do you do? Create the following class: herbivore. Class herbivore. Name. Omnivore with the attributes and methods. Okay, let's create just the attributes right now. First name. Okay. First class. No. First is gonna be not even that. Name 1 is gonna be herbivore. Just an example. That's it. Class is gonna be carnivore. Name 2 is gonna be carnivore. I'm good, man. Glad to know that. What do you do, by the way? Basanta, is that your name? Class omnivore. Name 3 is gonna be omnivore. Well, spelling mistake. Omnivore. I'm just looking for Python videos for beginners and just found your channel. That's insane. The thing is, that's good joke. Yeah, it's my real name. Well, that's great. You found my channel and there's nothing to learn. Ah, you will find really good teachers online. It's just like I'm learning in public. That's it. But yeah, I'm learning Python. You are learning Python. Good luck with that. I hope you are gonna learn it really soon, and then do something good stuff. Then what I can do that let's get a bear class, bear, and it will be inheriting herbivore, extending, then carnivore, then omnivore, and inside this I should be able to print not that def get info. That's gonna be an attribute method. I can understand हिंदी. क्या बात है, ये सही है फिर. बाय द वे ज़्यादातर तो मैं इंग्लिश में ही बात करता हूँ, बट चलता है. लाइक कुछ लोग आते हैं जो कहते हैं कि लाइक हिंदी में बात करो, तो फिर हिंदी में भी हम बात करते हैं. अब आई थिंक नेपाली समझ सकते होगे, हिंदी समझ सकते होगे, एंड इंग्लिश समझ सकते होगे इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, राइट. You may understand more languages, but if I'm not wrong, overall you must be understanding 3 languages right now. Even I got a friend, there was a person from Nepal as well, just few days ago. Yeah, he was actually a Python developer. He was into gaming thing and all. मैं function and recursion में हूँ अभी. Function and recursion, that's great. Calling the functions again and again to implement the functionality of recursion. Sorry, excuse me with that, too cold here. But glad to know that. That means you have already started. Keep it up. After functions and recursions, you will start learning rules for sure. So you are not that far behind. You are just nearby me. Like even when it comes to the learning. Get info, self, print. What do I have to print? Self dot first. Self dot name 1. Oh, that's bad. What can I do? F string self dot name 1, then self dot name 2, then self dot name 2. Okay, this thing is done. Let's try to create an instance using this class. B is gonna be equals to bear. That's it. And b dot what get info, to b dot get info, and if I just run it right now, I'm getting herbivore, carnivore, omnivore and all. So this thing is also done. Last thing, and that's gonna be a mini project. Let's create a chat system using OOPS concepts. We have to create a class. We have to create classes. That's right. User, message and chat room, and we have to implement functions sending messages, viewing chat history, and user joining and leaving the chat room. Wow, simple. Challenge for you guys if you can do that. That's for me mainly. You have to create a chat system using OOPS concept. There's going to be a user class, there's gonna be a message class, there's gonna be a chat room class, and you have to implement the functions sending messages, view chat history, and user join and leaving the chat room. Bye bye, मैं जाता हूँ अभी, फिर मिलेंगे. Keep growing. Thank you, and keep up the good work. Keep coding, learning Python. Message chat room. Let's do one thing. Create a class called chat. The name is going to be chat system. Let's name it chat system or chat app, whatever the class name can be, and then implement the functionalities. Gonna be great. So let's do it. We have to create a class for chat system using OOPS. First of all, protection. This is the protection for me. Cold cannot attack me even if it counts. Class chat app. This is the class that I have. I will have user. User is gonna be like array. I'll have messages. Messages. That's again gonna be an array. I'll have chat room. How about this? That user message chat room. Let's get different classes for all these. Instead of having them at the same place, let's get different classes. So first class is gonna be user. This would be better. User will have name, and name is gonna be nothing for now. Let's create a what an object, a constructor in it, something like this. Give it the self parameter, and it will get the name. User will get the name. User will have the name, and user will have the email, and that is it. User will have two things. User will enter name and email. Maybe user can add password, so name, email, and password, suppose. Okay, this thing is done. And once this thing is here, what will I be doing? That once I got those values, so self dot name is gonna be name, self dot email is going to be email, and self dot password, I will be making the password protected, something like this. Password is going to be protected, like password is gonna be private, not even protected. Forget about that. So this is how I'm getting the things done over here. So user thing is done. What is the next thing? By the way, once this is done, then I should be able to get all these values. I will be okay. Next thing, message, class message, again a constructor. Self, it will get what? It will get the sender name, and it will get the message. It will get these two things. Message, should it have more things? Sender name, message, this much is enough. And self dot sender is gonna be equals to sender, and self dot message is gonna be equals to message. This thing is also done. Chat room, class chat room, def init self chat room, room ID, and that's it. It should only have the room ID. Room ID is gonna be room ID. Anything else that it can have? Later we can add more attributes and all. That's not a big problem. Overall, this is how I'm gonna be going ahead. What is the next thing? The next thing is pretty simple. That I have to create a class chat app that will be extending user, that will be extending messages, and that will be extending chat room, not chat app, chat room. Okay, and then I have to call all of them. So def init, I'll be getting self over here, and then I need to have a name, email. Interesting. Do I need to do it like this whenever sending messages? We have to implement functions, sending messages, viewing chat history, and user joining and leaving chat room. Okay, suppose I'm sending the message, so I have to send the message to a particular user. So chat app, if there is a user will extend that message and chat room. All these things are hi, good to see you. It's hard to read your username and all, sorry for that. Like HHA then Raja, sorry, hard to pronounce. By the way, good to see you here. How are you? Then what? I'm just thinking of something. I have the user, I have the message, I have the chat room. Then what? That's gonna be chat app. Okay, people can join, and in that case, and these things are gonna be different for everybody. That's right too. Person should be able to send the messages and all. How can I do it? Okay, Husnain, right? Is that the right pronunciation? user message chat, we have to implement sending message. How can I send the message? I have to send the message, okay, that's fine, but I have to send the message to that particular user. These all should be class attributes, not the instance attributes. First thing is this, otherwise there's gonna be problem. So instead of using the constructor, I have to just create the constructor, then I can just simply use the login thing and all, and then I can get the things like that. Yeah. That means DevOps जानते हो? बिल्कुल जानते हैं. ये पूछे कितने तक जानते हैं, तो हम सिर्फ डॉकर तक जानते हैं, ठीक है. उसके आगे हमें अभी सीखना है. AC2 मशीन पर मैं डॉकर की हेल्प से डिप्लॉय कर रहा था, वो बीच में CI/CD पाइपलाइन पे अटक गया. अब जब अटक गया तो फिर दोबारा उसको अच्छे से सीखना पड़ेगा. उसको सीखने के चक्कर में एक प्रोजेक्ट करने लगा. प्रोजेक्ट करने के चक्कर में Next.js आ गई, तो अब Next.js करने लगा. अब Next.js ख़त्म, मतलब ऑथेंटिकेशन आ जाए, तो फिर उस प्रोजेक्ट में जाऊँगा. उस प्रोजेक्ट करने के बाद DevOps सीखूंगा, उसके आगे कंटिन्यू करूँगा. तो इस लाइक अटक गया बीच में. बट जल्दी हो जाएगा. क्यों, कहाँ तक किया आपने DevOps? ईमेल हो गया भाई. थोड़ा इसे बदलना पड़ेगा मुझे, बहुत कुछ. यूज़र ओवरऑल होना चाहिए. तो नेम, जब भी यूज़र की बात आती है तो यूज़र के अंदर मेरा एक यूज़र इन्फो होगा, यूज़र्स एंड वो एक एरे होगा. उस एरे के अंदर ये सारी वैल्यूज जाएंगी. दैट मीन्स एक बार जो मैंने सारा नाम रख दिया, तो यूज़र्स, पता नहीं है जो मैं कर रहा सही कर रहा कि गलत कर रहा. यूज़र डॉट यूज़र्स एंड यूज़र डॉट यूज़र्स डॉट अपेंड करना है मुझे. इसके अंदर एक ऑब्जेक्ट को मैं अपेंड कर दूँगा. ऑब्जेक्ट होगा नेम, ऑब्जेक्ट होगा ईमेल एंड ऑब्जेक्ट होगा पासवर्ड. अभी के लिए तो सिर्फ मैं इतना ही चल रहा हूँ, ठीक रहेगा. अभी तो स्टार्ट किया, चलो बढ़िया है, अच्छा लगा जान के. हमने स्टार्ट किया करीब मंथ पहले, अराउंड, या 1 महीने पहले. 1 महीने से थोड़ा कम ही समय होगा. 20 डेज को बोल सकते हो. 20 डेज को ऑलमोस्ट आई स्टार्टेड. अब क्या करते हो? अभी थोड़ा पाइथन के कुछ क्वेश्चन से सॉल्व करने के लिए, मेनली जेन के लिए मैं पाइथन सीख रहा था, तो कुछ क्वेश्चंस मिल गए, तो बस उन्हीं को सॉल्व करने की ट्राई कर रहा था. यूज़र डॉट यूज़र्स डॉट अपेंड, जैसे एक नया यूज़र आएगा मैं इधर अपेंड कर देगा. ये ऐसे जैसे एक नया मैसेज आएगा, मैसेज गना बी अगेन दिस. जैसे एक नया मैसेज आया, देन मैसेज डॉट अपेंड, सॉरी मैसेज डॉट अपेंड, इधर में अपेंड कर देगा सेंडर को. अब पता नहीं जो भी मैं कर रहा सही कर रहा गलत कर रहा, बट चलेगा. सेंडर आ गया इधर, मैसेज आ गया इधर. these 2 things are here. And then similarly chat room, different rooms are gonna be there. So जैसे ही कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल हुआ एंड मुझे रूम आईडी मिली, then rooms are gonna be an array, and chat room dot rooms dot append, and यहाँ क्या अपेंड करना है, यहाँ रूम की आईडी अपेंड करना है. तो लेट्स डू वन थिंग दैट UUID, how can we create a ID over here? By the way, room ID is gonna be like this, but that is not enough. I actually have to create IDs for all. There should be an ID in the users, there should be ID in the message, there should be ID here. How to generate a random ID in Python? How to generate a random ID in Python? How can I generate a unique ID in Python? Duplicate, whatever. It's been 5 years. Is that still an issue? What the hell? Perhaps UUID before might do the job. So UUID more information. Import UUID, then print a UUID before. Does this work? Do the job? Let's see. Copy it. Python and paste that. Come on here. Import UUID and then print UUID.UUID v4. Okay, turns out I'm getting an error. Is this even Python code? Print. Will it work like this? Import random, they are just simply generating it. Isn't there any string UID fields, whatever? Okay, things are being generated automatically. That's great. I can do that too. But is there any better way, like directly any generating random IDs in Python? I don't want to generate them like this. Rather, I want to have a package module generating Python module. Give me that. Generating random IDs using UUID in Python. I think this should work. Import this and then call this. Well, it should work as expected. But if it actually works, then let's see. So what I want over here, comment everything and keep install UUID. Collecting UUID data and all. Okay, let's see. Okay, let it just do the job. Why is this so slow? Am I facing network issue? I am facing network issue. Well, it's installed, that's weird. So UUID is here, then print UUID.UUID4 and just print the values right now. And guess what, I am getting that. Amazing. What can I do now? Nothing. Copy it. This much is done. Then import UUID here. Once I have that imported over here, ID is going to be equals to UUID.UUID v4, something like this. Any problem? Dictionary entries must contain key value pairs. Yeah. So do I have to say that name is equals to name? Why do I have to repeat two values again 2 times? I mean, doesn't it work this way? I don't know. Like in JavaScript, I just do it like this. Over here, it does not work. Why? Mainly because since I started giving the values over here, like I give the value here, key value pairs, so it started asking for other values here too. Yeah. So if one is given, another one asks for that. So let's do one thing. ID is gonna be equals to UUID.UUID v4, something like this. And what will I do? That ID is gonna be this. Happy go lucky person. I just hope so. ID is gonna be equals to ID and all. Okay, great job. Let's make it even self.id. Self.id is gonna be ID. Oh, that's bad. Let's just simply make it ID so that at least I can get that. So ID is gonna be equals to this. I hope I will be able to get the things, and I can actually check the users, so whether I'm actually getting that or not. And similarly over here, let's copycat, paste it over here, and ID is gonna be here. So ID is gonna be here. Should be easy peasy. Okay, this thing is done. What is the next thing that I have to do? The next thing is that I have to create the chat app. Chat app will be extending all these ones, and then once chat app is created, that means I can call once I have these 3 different things. So do I actually have to extend, I have to create a common class or I can work with them directly. I have this chat room. I should be able to get the rooms. Okay, chat room, see all this. I have to extend. So class, chat app, user, and then messages, and just messages, and then chat room. And once this thing is done, then this one will take what? Question is this, because it is extending all these classes, and I have to provide the name and all that is right initially. Then it will join, and then I have to provide this thing, and then this thing, message and all. That means by default I have to just call this particular function from here. That is right. So chat app, user, def, init. Don't know whether I'm doing it right or wrong, but let's see. As for this thing, if there is a user, so user needs to enter his name, email, and password. That is it. Once that is done, then self.name is gonna be equals to name. Don't even need to do this. Just gonna call the constructor, so self just super dot init, and I'll be giving it name and email and password. I think the top level constructor is called by default. If a class is extending many class, which constructor is going to be called using super? If a class in Python is extending many classes, when I call super dot the constructor, which constructor is going to be called? Which class the constructor is going to be called? Let's see. Quick thing, because I don't want to spend lots of time that how super works. So I have class A, I have class B, init super, init class age constructor, init next after C. So class age init next after C. So after C I will be calling A, and then something like this. So AC. First of all A, and then C. That's right. So top level constructor is going to be called, and that's what I'm doing over here. Once this thing is done, that means user is logged in, and then I can start sending the messages and all. So first thing is that sending messages, viewing chat history, and user joining. So first of all, chat app CA is gonna be equals to chat app, and the name is gonna be suppose Vipendra. Email is gonna be vipendra@gmail.com, and password is gonna be password 123. I know I can do far better job than I have done over here, but let's see. I will even take the help of AI to make it better. So this much I have done here. Next is that I have to start sending the messages, but even before that, ca dot what? Ca dot I wanna get I don't wanna get message, rather I want to get the rooms. Can I get the rooms? Yeah. Can I even print them? Print ca dot rooms. Let's see. Error. The error is that module UUID has no attribute UUID4. Did you mean UUID4? Is that so? Is that UUID4? Yeah, UUID4. Sorry. So V4 is in only JavaScript. In V4 we use UUID V4, so I thought same thing is going to be used over here, and that was my bad. Let's run it again. Okay, so ultimately I got an empty string. That's great. How about the users? Let's try to see the users. How many users do I have? And turns out that I do have one user, and that means whatever I thought, that's working right. one problem. What is the problem? I have the email, I have the name, I have the password, I have the ID, but I do not have the keys for them. Isn't that crazy? That means in Python this thing does not work. Like I thought it would work in Python, but I need to provide it key separately, like this. In JavaScript, okay, now stop comparing. I should stop comparing. But yeah, I should discuss this thing, right? In JavaScript, if we just give the things like this, it works. But in Python, we need to make sure that we are actually giving them string like keys and values. That's the difference. Anyway, if you wanna know that, it could be great for you. Let's run it again. And this time, Vipendra is gonna be wow. ID. It should even be rather like this. That much is not enough. You have to just keep them inside quotes. Oh, come on. Let's try it now. And this time I have the ID like this, I have the name like this, I have the email like this, I have the password like this. So you have to keep that particular thing in mind. You have to even keep the keys inside the quotation marks, like what? Yeah, quotes. Cold. Make sure you are taking care of yourself. Okay, let's continue from here on. One more thing I can do over here. IDs. ID is gonna be equals to the ID. Room ID is gonna be equals to room ID. ID. Let's cut it from here. Let's paste it here and let's get rid of this part. And similarly over here, one thing is clear, one more thing is remaining. ID is actually gonna be equals to ID. So let's cut this section from here, paste it here, get rid of that particular line that I have, and then sender is gonna be sender. Message. Alright, this much I've done, should be enough. What is the next thing that I have to do? I'm getting all the users and all. Okay, the next thing is that how to call the constructor separately. How to call the constructor separately of the parent classage. It looks like it's not hearing me. How to constructors separately. There is a way, I just forgot that way, that is why I'm just simply searching. You're using simple. So if I have A, I have B, I'm calling A and B, so I can call A dot init, call constructor directly, A dot init. This is how I can call the constructor B dot init. Using the class names, I can call the constructors directly. That's interesting. Okay, this much I've done. So once that thing is done, then what is the next thing that I have to do? Even the constructors, that does not really matter, that I don't even need to call them separately. Suppose I have to start sending the messages, so there should be a user, right? Suppose I have this particular user. So user is gonna be, and once, not this actually, chat app dot rooms dot this is the chat app. What do I have to do? let's get a new user. So user is gonna be equals to user, and name is gonna be Vipendra, email is gonna be Vipendra @gmail.com, password is gonna be simply password 123. How about right now? Simple. Let's try user dot users. Let's run it now. Users. Okay, that's bad. Print user dot users, and I'm getting the users. What is the next thing that I can do once I have my user? So after that I can send the messages, and for sending the message, what do I need to do? I need to send the message in that sender. So even before that I need to join the room. So chat room CR is gonna be equals to chat room. I've joined the room, and what is the next thing that I can do? That I can provide in the room ID. Suppose room ID is 1, then CR dot rooms. Let's print it. CR dot rooms, and this time I'm getting one. That's great. What is the next thing that I can do? Whenever it comes to sending the messages, at that time sender is here, room ID is here, and room ID is gonna be equals to room ID. Sender ultimately the user. That's right. Room ID self room ID is gonna be equals to room ID. So this thing is done, and once this thing is done, then what can I do? That message is gonna be equals to just M chat room. Message is gonna be equals to what? Message class, and what all it will take? It will take the sender. Sender is gonna be user dot what? Don't I have ID user? Self dot ID is gonna be equals to this thing, and over here I have self dot ID only. Self dot ID. Same here, self dot name and all. Self dot this. Let's make it private. Self dot like this. I have to hash the password now. That is okay. Self dot ID is going with this. Self dot ID. Self dot this. Self dot ID. Okay, designed a little bit as per the need. So I've got the user, I've got the chat room, I've got the message, and when it comes to the message, so user dot ID, and what all do I have to send? Message. Firstly, message, that's gonna be hi there, and then after that sender message room. First of all, I have to give the sender, right? ID is there by default, that's okay. When it comes to this, then sender message room ID, these are the things. that I have to sender by default. So sender is gonna be what? Sender is gonna be sender. That's the name. Can I not send just the ID of the sender? Sender ID. Sender ID. And then over here I will be getting the sender ID only. And similarly I have the room ID. Similarly I have the sender ID and all. Sender ID. Once I have a sender ID, so sender ID is going to be what? Sender ID is going to be equals to user.id. Okay. Then message is going to be hi there, and then room ID is gonna be Shahed room.id. Any problem? No problem. Message. Ultimately I got my message. What should I get here? Message. So CLG, not CLG, just print user.rooms. How many rooms I have? Print chat rooms, chat room.rooms, and user.users. And lastly I have to print message. Let's run it. Self.sender ID. Okay, so this is the user, this is the room, and this is the message that I got. Interesting. What is the next thing that I have to do, especially when it comes to message over here? I'm sending all these things. So messages, users. I have to get the messages. Let's print it again. Okay, message. Append the message has no attribute. Or did you mean messages? Yeah, I meant messages only. Alright, again. And these are the messages that I got. This is the room, and this is all about the user. So this much is done. What is the thing? Sending messages. I'm able to send the messages. Viewing chat history, a user joining and leaving the chat room and all. The first thing is that let's create 2 users right now and see whether it's gonna work or not. User 1. Chat room is gonna be that only. Message is gonna be the same. User is gonna be different. So once user here. Simple. Let's get another user. User 2. User will come here. Gmail.com. Okay, I created 2 users, and I can create 2 rooms as well, but let's do one thing, that the user that I have created that will be joining some rooms as well. User 1 or user 2 depends on which one you call, or you can even call just directly in the user class. Let's try to run it. I should be getting 2 users right now. Yeah, I'm getting that. Turns out that I can actually add many things. I think the answer of this I had over there. Let's have a look at the answer. I did have the answer of this question. How can I forget that? Okay. Let's keep it here and let's go through the right way how we can actually get this thing done. So that's gonna be fundamentals. I think this was the one. And the solution is this. Well, I think I'm facing the network issue. I can't even see that well, but after a while I should be able to see that. How about the network issue? How's the internet? The internet connectivity is great right now. So am I facing this issue? Can I just simply reload the page? This is insane. I hope I haven't deleted those things from here. Turns out I have deleted. Haha, that's great. Yeah, I will. Restore it. The thing is that I don't know why, but I'm facing the okay, I'm not facing the network issue right now. So class is like this message. What I want to do is simply copy and paste the things, system code. How can I do it right now? Let me do it like this, that okay, let me do one thing. I'll be back soon. I just wanna do something privacy related thing, but I'll be back soon. I hope I'm not facing the network issue over there. Can't I do it directly? Yeah, it's so hard to do it over here. Let's do one thing, copy, like I just thought that it could be possible, but it's not really possible, so I'll have to do everything manually. Okay, let's do it. Simple thing is gonna be like this, that first of all I'll have a class that's gonna be message class. So let's even give it the message class I have. It's important to go through it, and then only I can just simply go through the other things and all. And this quill is going away from me. I don't know why. Maybe it wants me to just suffer from cold again, or maybe I'm messing with it for no reason. Okay, so what I want, and let's even keep it here like this. Come on, yeah, just bear with me right now. I know I'm gonna feel a little more cold, but never mind. So I'll have a class, and class is gonna be message. Let's make it quick. And there I will have something called message counter, so that I can count the values and all. Message counter, one simple counter, right? What is this? It should be equals to, right? This is a simple counter. The class def init, that is the class in variable. Def init, I have self, I have sender, and I have content, whatever the content that I have. Okay, when it comes to message, great. Self dot sender, that's gonna be equals to sender, then self dot content, that's gonna be equals to content. I wanna see exactly how the things are connected at the end of the day. Then self dot id is equal to self dot id, that's gonna be equals to message dot message count plus 1. And that's interesting. Ultimately, when I created that, I was actually using like UUID, but here they are like doing it manually. Def str self, what is this? This is the method or something. Return f string. Self dot id and self dot sender dot username. Self dot content. So ultimately it's saying that the sender that I'm getting, that has the username. Wow, interesting. Let's get the user class. Class user, and that's gonna be a def constructor actually. Init dot username, self dot username is gonna be equals to username self dot chatroom is gonna be equals to none by now, and def join chatroom. Chat room exists, in that case print self dot username is already so what is it's checking that if self dot chat room exists, in that case by default that is none. If that exists, that means the user is already in the room. That's right. In else case, I'm actually feeling cold here. I took it lightly, but I should not take it lightly. It's what? It's some kind of cold sum. Chat room add chat room that add user. That's gonna be self. I will be adding user over here. Self dot chat room, that's gonna be equals to chat room. I need to send the room as well from the add user. let's go through it, write it one time, and then I'll be getting the things done tomorrow properly. What is the problem with this indentation? Chat room add user, just give it the self. Chat room self is equal to chat room. How about the add user? I don't really have that yet. Add user stands for what? Okay, let's continue with this thing. I mean, this much is okay for now. Later I'll just simply be checking how the things work and all. Leave room, it will be taking self, and if not self not chat room, turns out there are many things, many things. Let's simply pass it from here. The remaining things are gonna be done tomorrow, not now. Ultimately, I have to rewrite the whole application on my own, and then I have to just connect the things with how the things are working and all. I have to check it, and if possible, to just make something using this. That would be even better. But for now, that was it actually. This is the last thing that's remaining, and from tomorrow onwards, I will actually spend time learning something or the other new in Python and all. But the last thing that I have to even learn, that is just about the file system and all. That should not be taking lots of time, so that's not a big issue. Even tomorrow that's gonna be done. So this is something that's expected by tomorrow. Yeah, so ultimately I'm learning about file, that's okay, easy peasy. And turns out there's a lot to learn. Never mind, I'll be just simply going ahead like this only. And as for today's learning, that was it. I'm gonna be catching up tomorrow now. Take care and see you soon.